Good morning from Hubbard's Marina. Captain Dylan Hubbard here, talking a little bit about the weather and fishing report. We got Dusty and Sea Bass. There's Seabiscuit and Dusty's hiding. There he is. You guys ready to go fishing?
I'm excited.
You excited?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little gray, but not too bad out here.
It's really not supposed to get windy until a little bit this afternoon, right?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So definitely going to be a interesting day trying to beat all this weather. But we have a little fishing and weather report we want to do for you guys. Sea Bass is going to help with me film this morning, so that way it's not as bad. All right, so as far as the weather goes, we have a little bit of a front just hanging out to the north of us. It's kind of like a trough. It's become kind of a stalled out front. So it's really weak and it's just hanging to the north of us, lingering. And most of the weather and storms will stay to the north of us until later this afternoon and into the night. That line of storms will start pushing its way further south as the day progresses, and it will turn into a cold front and then start moving south. As it moves south, that's when we're going to start seeing those storms. So due to this front moving really slow and sitting around, it's picked up plenty of moisture and instability, and that moisture and instability will move into the area later today, and it will have some numerous showers, widespread showers, and some scattered thunderstorms, but we won't see any of that until about 4 to 6 p.m. tonight. So we're hoping to get the whole day in before this bad weather starts rolling in. But once it starts, it's definitely going to hang around for a little while. So we're looking forward to some good half-day fishing today, and we're going to get our some trips out this afternoon, hopefully some dolphin watching and stuff like that before this weather starts rolling in. However, Wednesday, the conditions will start improving for us. It's still going to be a little bumpy Wednesday morning, but it's going to be getting nicer and nicer throughout the day. Thursday will lay down nicely. We're looking at around 2 foot for majority of the day. Friday's looking nice as well, but then Saturday we're going to start seeing that cold front start affecting our local waters. Saturday is not going to be rough, but we're going to start seeing that southerly flow of wind as that cold front sucks wind up to the northwest to the frontal boundary there. So this south to southwest winds today in the 10 to 15 knot range will shift northwest tonight, northwest and north tonight as that front moves past us, and wind speeds approaching cautionary levels on the offshore waters tonight through Wednesday. Lighter winds will return to the waters Thursday and Friday as the flow becomes southeast and east as the high pressure builds. That high pressure is going to build in the wake of this front. It's only going to be a surface high pressure, so hopefully that won't affect fishing quite as badly as typical. A little jet moving in here. I don't know what it is with these planes and helicopters and stuff lately. They're like messing with me. So this surface high pressure will move in Thursday and Friday, so it shouldn't have that negative effect on fishing that we would typically see with a really strong upper level high pressure. So winds will become southerly on Saturday, as I was discussing before, and they will really increase quickly through Saturday night as that all the gradient lines start tightening as that low pressure approaches. That high pressure and low pressure will start pushing against each other, and that's what causes those gradient lines to tighten, and that's what causes the wind speeds to pick up so much. So it's looking like this big front that we're talking about coming Saturday night, Sunday, was supposed to be late, like probably Monday, Tuesday, but now it seems that it's sped up quite a bit. So that front is looking really serious, and it seems like Sunday morning through Sunday afternoon is when we're going to see the worst of it. They're calling 45 knot gusts Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. That's 50 mile an hour winds gusting, so that's going to be pretty crazy. So this front's definitely going to be no joke, and like I said, it's sped up a little bit, so we're going to see that sometime Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. We'll see the worst of that, and then it'll linger Monday into Tuesday morning. It's kind of funny though, these cold fronts in April, April's supposed to be nice, but I'm not complaining too much because these fronts will roll in. It might get a little bit gray out here. It might get a little bit windy, might have some rain, but at least it's not snowing. And a lot of places still up north, it's still getting a lot of snow. So we're blessed to be here in Florida. Sorry for those of you stuck up in the Great White North. Mackerel and, as far as the fishing report goes, mackerel and kingfish are along the beaches. The Mrs. Hub charter did really well at the mouth of Tampa Bay. Captain Mark, Gene, they caught a bunch of mackerel and kingfish trolling around the mouth of Tampa Bay through the Skyway Channel, just west of Egmont. Freddie from the Tampa Bay Fishing Club is filling up coolers with mackerel at the Skyway fishing piers. So if you want to go get some mackerel and you don't have a way to get out in the boat, you don't want to come join us at Hubbard's Marina, get out to the Skyway piers. There's lots of mackerel out there. The juvenile tarpon are starting to show up in the Tampa Bay area around Gandy. We're seeing some of those guys from the Tampa Bay Fishing Club start picking up tarpon. We also are seeing tarpon rolling through here in Johns Pass around sunrise. We're seeing some tarpon roll through the pass. So great time of year for tarpon is that May, June, July, early August time. But we will start seeing tarpon in April as this water temperature gets right. Sheep's head still around. We're seeing some signs of the spawning for the sheep's head is coming to a close. Every spring they leave the pass, they head offshore to the nearshore wrecks, and they spawn. They're really fat, super aggressive, they feed like crazy, and then on their way back in, they look really skinny, they're almost a little sickly, they've been traveling a real long distance, and we're starting to see signs of that. So I think the sheep's head spawn is on its back side, and as that spawn comes to a close, the sheep's head will get a little bit fewer and farther between, and they'll get a little bit more spread out. But we're still catching them on the fiddler crabs. The best place to get the sheep's head are right along this seawall. The seawall of Johns Pass is the best place for them. You can fish right along the catwalk in between the restaurant dock and our main dock, up against the seawall, and that's where we're seeing a lot of sheep's head. Also along the north jetty and the south jetty of Johns Pass, right there at the base of the bridge where Gator's catwalk is. You can't fish the Gator's dock, but you can fish underneath the Johns Pass Bridge, and there's a lot of sheep's head over there biting on the fiddler crabs. The sheep's head seem to be hanging on the seawalls trying to avoid the local dolphins. We have a lot of dolphin action inside the pass, and they're really hunting those sheep's head down. So the sheep's head are hugging the seawalls to avoid them. Pompano are still around. We're seeing some pompano caught along the south side of Madeira Beach on that incoming tide. Those pompano are waiting there trying to ambush bait as it's getting wiped down the beach. So we're still seeing some pompano. Near shore, the hogfish bite's been pretty consistent. Captain Joe on the hub has been tearing up the hogfish near shore on our 5 and 8 hour hub charters. We're also seeing some hogfish on the 10-hour all day with Seabiscuit here and Smokey. We are catching some of those hogs. Thursdays all day is going to be a great opportunity to go out and get some hogfish. Thursday and Friday you can hop on a hub charter as well for an opportunity to get plenty of hogfish. On the back side of this front, before that next front, they should be biting well, hopefully Thursday and Friday. Those would be my 2 days if you're going hog fishing. Offshore, we're seeing a lot of red grouper, triggerfish, mangrove snapper out deep. They're biting past around 140 foot. You definitely got to go out deep right now. The bite in the middle ground seems really, really weak, so we're pushing out past it and fishing out there to the southwest and to the west, out past 140 foot, and we're doing really, really well in the red grouper. But you got to go deep this time of year because it's still kind of funky weather. So hopefully, as the water warms, those red grouper will start moving closer and closer to shore. Typically in the summer, May, June, July, you can catch plenty of red grouper right off the coast in 35, 40 foot of water. We did get a keeper red grouper on the half day yesterday, which was really cool to see, and we have caught a handful of red grouper on the all day, but it is still very early. The water is still pretty chilly to get a bunch of those red grouper going. Besides that, we also have a lot of tuna around to the southwest offshore. To the west and to the northwest offshore, we're seeing more kingfish than tuna. There's still a lot of cobia around in the area, especially near shore. We're seeing a lot of cobia. There's a few triple tail left, but not too many. Triple tail and cobia will hang out through the summer. They just get a little bit more spread out is all. April 28th, 2 p.m., we have the Bass Pro Shop seminar. I'll be giving away a free 5-hour half day and a free 10-hour all day. Hopefully you can come join us at Bass Pro Shops April 28th at 2 p.m. May 12th, we have the Real Animals, Tampa Bay Fishing Club, Barracuda Cast Nets, T.A. Mahoney's. We're all going to be out at the Seffner Lazy Days RV Park, so come join us May 12th for that event. The Real Animals never put on a bad event, so it'll be a good time for sure. And a big shout out to Honda Marine. We've been using their motors on the Dolphin boat here. We've been using their motors on the water taxi, on the Tampa Bay ferries, and Sea Adventures and Tampa Bay Ferry are both of our companies are using these Honda Marine engines, and they've been working really well. Anytime we have any type of issue, they're more than willing to come out and help us out there. We haven't really had much issues, so it's been great all the way around. And besides that, we got some dolphins playing here in the pass. I'm gonna let Seabiscuit get back to work. Thank you. Besides that, we also have Bull Bay Rods is bringing us some fishing rods to be using on our upcoming Bass Pro Shop seminar. We're looking forward to using some Bull Bay rods to help us catch more and more hogfish. So looking forward to picking up some Bull Bay rods. If you haven't heard about them and you haven't used them before, definitely go check out Bull Bay rods. We'll see if we got any questions here. James, the Wednesday Extreme, the weather's not looking that great, to be honest. But we are keeping a close eye on it, and we are going to make a decision on the Extreme trip here shortly today, and we'll definitely let you know. See what I mean with the dolphin action? The dolphin are thick inside Johns Pass right now. Any other questions? James, as far as the extreme weather goes, Wednesday's Extreme isn't looking that great, but we will possibly be moving. I'm thinking about adding an extreme trip sometime later this week, maybe Friday if the boat's available, because Sunday's extreme weather isn't looking that great either. And I don't want to cancel 2 extreme trips in a row. So if I can add a new extreme later this week, if the boat's available, then we'll definitely add it, and then we'll have everybody from Sunday and everybody from Wednesday try to add to that trip and make a new trip where we know the weather's going to be good. We also have that 39-hour coming up this Friday. We have a 12-hour extreme trip coming up Friday. Plenty of room on both. And then we have our 63-hour deep drop pelagic trip coming up next week. So lots of stuff going on inside Johns Pass. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Remember, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too busy. Jason, the water temp, anywhere from around 72 to about 74 degrees near shore. Perfect kingfish temperatures. A little bit chilly still for the red grouper coming in shore. Thanks for tuning in, y'all.